Welcome to this week's physical practice. Let's get started. Again, we're doing floor work. So find your yoga mat or a quilt and go ahead, and we're actually going to start by feeling our heartbeat. This week, one of our focuses is on heart and blood. So go ahead and just feel for your heartbeat. Find a place where you can feel that heartbeat. And release to the floor with every exhale especially. Encouraging just a little bit of length out of those exhales so that they're just at least a little bit longer than the inhales. And go ahead and bring those hands to your sides. We're going to do a heel rock. Inhale, toes point towards the sky, and on the exhale you can begin to heel rock. We're going to do this for a couple of breaths. Breathe freely, easily, and deeply in the lower abdomen. If you want to sigh or yawn on the exhale, feel free to do so. On the next exhale, go ahead and release to the floor. Today we're going to start on our X. So make an X with your arms and legs as if you're extending out into making a snow angel. And we're going to stretch our limbs on these diagonal lines. I believe they're called contralateral lines. So let's start with the right arm and the left leg. And stretching through that core, that place below your belly button, you're going to stretch those right fingertips and left toes as far away from each other as possible. Release that right shoulder and left hip as much as possible. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And on the next exhale, release. Foot cramp. You're going to do the other side now. Left arm, right leg. Releasing that left shoulder, right pelvis. Stretching through that core. Breathing as freely, easily, and deeply as possible. Try to keep the other limbs out of it. And on the next exhale, release. Bring those heels together. Arms back down to your sides. And a heel rock. And on the next exhale, release. And on the next exhale, up into your X. One more time. Right arm, left leg. Across the body. I like to wiggle my fingers and toes of the activated limbs just to remind me what I'm doing. Also helps me kind of keep some freedom in those those working limbs. Next exhale, go ahead and release. Other limbs, left arm, right leg, stretching through that core. Long and strong. On the next exhale, release. Go ahead and bring your heels together, but leave your arms above your head this time. And again, we're going to do a heel rock, but this time with our arms above the head. On the next exhale, release. And back into our X. Now take your right arm, bring that hand down towards your breastbone, then make contact with your shoulder, contact with your left elbow, contact with your right palm, up and past that right palm. It's going to pull your right arm over to the side, and then bring your elbows and knees together into a fetal position. We're going to stay here for a little bit. With every exhale, releasing to the floor. Hopefully this is a comforting position for you. Just take note of where you're making contact with yourself, your legs, your arms, maybe a hand in your forehead, like is happening for me right now. Then trace with those right toes until you're over onto the line of the X that right leg was on. Then shift so that you're pulling with that right heel. Pull with that right heel. Pull, 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 pull. Until it flops you back over onto your side. My left leg got a little bit stuck. I'm going to adjust my left arm just a little bit, and I'm back in my X. Same thing, other side. Left fingers head towards shoulder. They make contact with shoulder. Elbow on the right side. Palms making contact. Left palm reaching out and past your right palm until you're on your right side. Bring your elbows and your knees in towards each other and release to the floor. You can go ahead and sigh or yawn on the exhale if you want. Activate those left toes, stretching down, making a nice big arc until those left toes are over on the left line of that X again. Then shift to your left heel, pull, pull, pull with that left heel until it flops you over onto your back. Little adjustments so that you're back in your X. Breathe in. Exhale. Same thing, except this time, right toes. Bring those right toes to the outside of your left knee. And then trace along that right leg till you're reaching down outside that left knee. Sorry. You're on your left side, left knees and elbows coming together. So you did the same thing, it's just instead of leading with your fingers, you were leading with your toes. But you're always using your right toes or your right fingers to pull over onto your left side. And you're going to use your left toes and left fingers to pull over onto your right side from your back. But now to get to our backs, let's use those right fingertips out along the X, that line where your left hand was. Then nice big arc up and over the head until the right arm is back restoring into that line that it was on. And that's going to flop you over onto your back. You might need to make little adjustments, that's fine. Now you're on your back again. Same thing, except because we're heading to our right side, we're going to lead with our left toes. Left toes cross over the body, reaching down along that X. Pull, 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 until you're on your right side. Then just gently bringing those right elbows, bringing those elbows together with your knees. All the elbows and all the knees. You're on your right side. If you're like me, you might be stifling some giggling because I'm picturing a spider doing developmental movement with all those elbows and all those knees. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you feel like sighing or yawning or giggling, that's great. And now left toes out along that line that the right leg was on. Long arc down past your tailbone to the other side, making the crossover. Oh, and we used our toes, but I was going to have us use our hands. It's okay. It's all good. We're going to practice self-forgiveness. You're on your back again. Go ahead and bring those heels together. We're going to do a heel rock with arms above the head again. And release to the floor. If you'd like to keep doing this so that you're heading back into your fetal position, I encourage you to do so. I'm going to stop the video here, but you can sure keep going. Remember that you use your right hand or right foot to stretch across the body to get onto your left side for being on the fetal position on your left side. In order to get onto the fetal position on your right side, you use your left hand or your left foot to stretch across the body to get over onto that right side. And hopefully that fetal position is something of comfort for you. As you try experimenting with this, practicing with this through this week, you could also try sound. Try to find a sound that is incredibly comforting to you. If you've read my story, then you've read how I used fetal sounds, womb sounds of mama's heartbeat inside of the womb. And I found that incredibly comforting, but that may not be comforting to you. You may want to use the sound of ocean waves, or maybe there's music, or maybe a lullaby. Whatever does it for you, then I encourage you to try that in terms of exploring sound this week as well. We'll get more into seeing and hearing next week.